So anyway, let's go back to what we were talking about. So this is the here consolidation. And if you remember, somewhere here is a VWAP, and I was taking that ES is just keep pushing above the VWAP, and we look for a little bit of a dip we can buy if we can find the right opportunity. But market just opened and ripped. There was no buying opportunity. So when there is no buying opportunity, there is no dip, you cannot chase the market. Okay. It's really hard for you to chase the market. So look at this, a strong move, another strong move, little consolidation, and then that's where I was 59.90 reached, and that's where I showed it in the afternoon, and I basically posted as well, or not in this candle, but on this candle, where you see this spiking down, that's where I took the profit. But look at this after hours, one small spike down, then again consolidation, and now right now again we in the range. So what we are saying, so if market can stay in this range as well today, right? Which is basically 59.60 to 59.76. If markets stay within this range, it is really going to be, you really need to understand that this is not a day, could be a day of trading. I was reading the one other day, one post, and I think that explained really well that sometime in the market, what we look for consistency is that, okay, if I can make 200 on Monday, then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So I'll look for 200 here, 200 here, 200 here, and 200 here. And what we call this, I want to hear everyone, what you guys call this? Consistency? Yes or no? If you're able to make every day, right? But this is not the consistency is. Consistency is that you identify the market condition. You might gonna day one, you guys gonna make 2,000. On the day two, you might lose 500. Day three, you might not be trading because there is no opportunity. Day four, maybe you lose another $500. And then for day five, you take a break. And overall, you'll be better. This is called the real practical consistency in the market. This is only in theory you can do that. This is the way the market does. Market gives you the big move. So this was a big move. Okay. Can the new move can happen and then breakout happen today? Yes, it can very well happen, but you need to be aware that if it happens, then you're going to jump in. You cannot anticipate the market before it happens. So right now, what we see here, that market has a strong move up, a small pullback, then market move back up, consolidating now in the uptrend. Now there is a two situation, could be three scenarios, like every time. Either market gonna stay in this range, try to break out and then fail, try to come down and then fail, and then come back into the range, or it can break out or it can break down. If it can break down, maybe you can retest this 59,000 level again. Because if you look at it, this is basically a U, right? So it can be like this as well, or it can be like this and then this. So what I'm saying is that given this move happens, today's a Tuesday. We'll look for the consolidation. There is no news. There might be some consolidation or breakout, but if it happens, we'll look for the retest and go. Otherwise, if you stay in this range, it's really going to be harder to trade because this is only a 20-point range here. Any question? If not, we can look at the NQ. So see, what does NQ look like? If you look at the NQ is the same as well, moving up. And if you look at the weekly, you can see here that we are very close to making the all-time high, which is 22,400. Right now, we are only 1,000 points away from the NQ. Now, if you look at it, again, the 4-hourly chart, you can find the same thing that we consolidated, we ripped, we consolidated, sell off the consolidation. And this consolidation is almost 70, 80 points of the range of the NQ, which is very tiny range, right? And we know there is a resistance here, 21,500. We have a recent high, 21,550. NQ can do the same thing, can try to break out, fail, go back, retest up, or come down and retest this portion. I think the real trade could come in is if we can see the retest here, if as market comes back here on this range, that could be a very nice tradable range, or market breaks out above and give us a retest on the breakout, and that could be a new nice $1,000 range can create. If markets stay within those ranges, it is going to be a chop show the way we have seen in the previous days here. Remember, if you recall here, then when market comes back here, look at look at this choppiness here, right? And we know that the market, when market get choppy like this, it's really hard to trade, right? You have to be very strong and very to the point on your trades. Otherwise, it's going to be easier for you to lose money than to make. So now if you look at it, let's look at the 30 minutes chart. See here. And you can see here what I was talking about. Look at it how tight consolidation is happening at this point, right? And even the 130 minutes, this is a 30 minutes candle. Look at the very tiny, it's only 10, 15 points. So we really want today would be the test of the patience that we need to really be patient to see whether we breaks these ranges or stay in the ranges. If we stay in the ranges, then don't trade, because easier to lose money than make money today. And today is going to be much harder day than the yesterday. Yesterday was straight rip, and today it could be a just chop show. So if you look at it, see, and then oil also, I will keep an eye today on the tech leadership, as I highlighted into a newsletter today, that we need to be looking at it whether the tech stocks get the leadership and breaks out. If they breaks out, then there's a chances that S&P and ES will break out as well. So if you look at it here on the daily chart, you can see this like Tesla. Where is Tesla? Let me just put this back here. Okay, here. So if you look at the daily Tesla, see here, it's basically step up, step down. So step up, step down, step up, step down. So it's just making an M shape, but still a consolidation between the 15 points, 10 points range. Now, this means that it's coming down, or this M means that there will be a W and then making a new high, right? That's where if it makes a new high today, right now it's here. So if it makes the breakout attempt, then it's likely that the ES and NQ will also get the attraction. Similarly, if we look at it, NVDA, and then you're gonna see here, look at this one, very strong. The day when the current administration has removed the restrictions on the export, and but right now we see here is the consolidation again. So what in the market is not different from what you're gonna see in the leading stocks. So see, when the consolidation happens, one of the two things happen, right? You can see the consolidations here. So when consolidation happens, one of the thing happen. Either market breaks up or breaks down once this contraction basically breaks. But which direction? We don't know. We need to wait for it before we trade. Because if we trade beforehand, we either gonna chop out or we're gonna lose the money. For instance, we think about it going long and it breaks and then fail. So then we don't want to be into those trades. We wanted to make sure that we know exactly what market or the stock is wanting to do, and then we're going to get in and then trade. Any other stock you want me to look at it for today? So let's look at it, the lower time frame on the Tesla, higher time frame just we covered here. So if you look at it here, look at this. I just turned on the pre-market, and then you can see here, very interestingly, if you see here, from the May 19th, it's just going up right now. And then day before, it just came down, right? So right now we have the V-shaped recovery. The top is here, 349. And that's what I was telling that if it comes here, is it going to break out or break down? That will also help us, the ES, to break out or break down. So right now, Tesla is definitely on the uptrend, but sometimes I felt like that is a little difficult to trade because the momentum come in abruptly. So you need to be watching a little higher frame to see when it's just like here. If you look at it, after how many days of consolidation, after how many days of consolidation, basically not the days, sorry, how many hours of consolidation that it broke out, right? Sorry, this one I was referring to, not that one. That one is, I think, after hours. So here, look at this. So almost 2.5 hours. So you really need to watch it very closely, little higher time frame than the 5 minutes and 1 minute to identify what Teslas want to do. So just like here, if we see, we have a clear range here and very close to the previous high. So for me, today is no trade day unless we either break this range or fail this. We have one failure, two failure, three failure, four failure, and today is the fifth attempt. So is this going to be the breakout? I don't know. Unless I see the breakout, I don't know whether it's going to break out or not. You got it? So today going to the day of patience. Don't force any trade. If we see the breakout or the losing of support, that's where we need to trade. Market is really strong. Every small pullback has been bought back in this market. And I think if you remember, we were discussing, I don't know, I think the week before or 2 weeks before, and I was talking about it, I was showing you this chart, if you guys recall. And I was telling you that, let me just remove this commercial here. And I was telling you that the way this has been set up, the commercial hedger and then the long traders, this market is not going anywhere short. It's just long. How many of you recall that? And I think I talked about this when we were here on the 5600 level. Do you guys recall all of them? Yeah. So now look at it. And I was talking about it that this is really an important gauge. Now look at it, what's happening now. Now, if you look at it, little zoom in, if you look at it, still the commercial hedges are more long than the retails. Okay. So what does really mean? It just really means that the retail still think that is shorting, right? And unless I'm not saying that is always 100%, but I'm saying that given this data shows that unless this reverses, there will be no profit taking. So if you recall here, and if you go into the February, March, what was happening here, right? This is February. Look at it. Where was the retail? Long. And where was the commercial ledger? Short. Where is the long traders were? Short, right? And as you move along, the trend changes here. Look at this. Clearly, this is the first crossover, and this is where the turning come in, right? Exactly. Look at this. Let me just zoom in. So look at this. This crossover one. This is another crossover where the trend started changing. Look at it. This is exactly where we can say that the real distance started growing, the commercial started going up, the red line coming down, the retail is basically from long to flip short. And the moment this happens, What happened? The market is just keep going up. So just keep in close eye when we see that again this happen, that the retailers are more long than the commercial hedgers and the large traders. And that's where maybe the shift of trend going to come in. And we don't know. Sometimes it's just continue for months, right? So if you go here and if you look at it, the normal dimension. So look at this one. So this is from what is 2024 January. And if I look at it here, see here, so this day, even here at this time, when the new trend started, the commercial hedgers was long, the retail was short. But then finally realized in April that we need to go long. And if you remember, the market was coming down, Nvidia was selling off in April. And I think that's the way it always works. The moment we start crossing over, the institution also flip their positions. So until then, the trend is long. Of course, there will be some red days in between, but I'm just saying that the overall big picture trend. So see, this is what we learn a very detailed orientation into our methodology session. That's why just coming in, looking at the orbs, opening ranges, and breakout or breakdown will not let you go so far unless you have a right market context, market structural understanding. If you don't have it, you will struggle it. You will have one day consistency, other day you will fail it because you're looking only at 5 minutes. The institution doesn't invest on 5 minutes. The institution looks a little longer. So you need to have all the tools with you to navigate this market. Any question, guys? I see somebody open the microphones. Does anyone have a question? No questions. All right. So 3 minutes. Let's take a 3 minutes of quick break. Today's Tuesday, so I'm only going to be around until 10 o'clock. So let me take a quick break and then I'll be back at 9:30 and then we'll start trading. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, those who have not yet thumbs up on the YouTube, I really appreciate if you could just click on the YouTube, and if you can keep it open on your cell phone, the YouTube channel, it's just gonna help the YouTube algo to know that a lot of people have interest and then it start recommending to others as well. Appreciate it, guys. So market is selling off a little bit here, coming down on the 30 minutes range on the lower side of the range. This market just opened. Let me just bring it back. Okay, so first move is up. If you look at it here, okay, so market just trying to close the overnight gap here. Very big candle, 60 to 67. Yeah, so this 2 minutes are without the pre-market data, just the regular session. And then 30 minutes, at this point, I just keep it open just to see that where the VWAPs and everything is. But yes, 30 minutes includes the complete 24-hour session. Yeah. So you see this blue line is basically where the day changes. This is the closure of the overnight session. So ES is trying to break out from this level. NQ is still below that. If we can get a little bit more pullback, the push towards the 59.70, then we can look for the failure here. Or in case if it's hold that overnight session on the back test from both together, then we can look for the long to break the pre-market high and then they make the new high, which looks a little bit tough unless we recover this. So if you look at the right now, we are still very close to the previous body of 30 minutes. No trade for me now. Tesla already broke out 350. I'm watching it. Let's see what it does here. Very strong candle. Market is not supporting Tesla move. Tesla is already 355. Okay, market is failing here. 5 minutes is about to over. So I'm going to look for the shorts now. We have a 59, 57. So I want really, if I'm looking for a short, I'm looking market to break 59, 57 level for us. Because right now, even though it does look like, but we have an S3, we have some moving averages support, we have a previous 4 hours of consolidation within those levels. So shorting could be as tough as would it be. Nvidia is coming down, Tesla is just moving up. And always remember, see, market has just opened, so you do not need to be in rush in some sort of a pressure to make the trade. Okay. I know you have watched the YouTube commercials that money in 1 minute, 2 minutes, but for that 1 minute to make money, you have to wait. So again, we have consolidating here within the first 5 minutes range. So this is good. If it fails here, it could be an interesting short for us if we see the failure. Second, so get ready for short under 59.60 with the 5-point risk. Okay, I'm short. It's holding the pre-market low. Let's see. So it's still within the stop range. So 65 is a stop loss. So don't worry about this spike. Very strong bottoming tail. I'm still in the trade. I've not stopped out because of the spike. I think is not able to close the overnight prior close. I'm still in the trade. Okay. I'm still in the trade. Is right working. Again, bouncing from the pre-market low. I didn't like this second bounce again, but I'm still in the trade. Again, chopping, bottoming tail. Nvidia is coming down now. Tesla is also coming down. Market is making lower highs. Still in the trade. Okay, it's working now. It's making a lower highs. I'm less concerned now because making the lower highs. So trade is looking really good now. We just need this to break 59.59. I think a lot of consolidation is happening below the pre-market low. I mean, above the pre-market low. We want the pre-market low to break, and it's going to break. It's just a matter of few seconds. NQ is also coming down now. Come on. There's a lot of buying happening above the pre-market low. This is the 15th minute. Okay, this is it's moving now. I just want this to break the pre-market low, which is 59.58, and it's going to break. It's just a matter of time because the uh, right now this the is making the lower high. It's just a matter of few seconds now. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Man, I'm having an awesome day. I cannot tell you. Anyone took a trade with me? All right, I took the profit. Anyone else took it with me? I basically entered in my two accounts. Just a five? Why? Oh, I see. Oh, trailing. Okay, okay, okay. Guys, I want to hear other people. As other people that took the trade or no? Come on, guys. We're gonna jump down. This is a special drum sound for us for Vivek. Good, good, awesome. So happy, so happy to you guys make money. What about John? John was saying the market doesn't care about the. Why, Carolina? Why? Okay, don't worry, that's fine. If you're not taking, that's also okay. So don't get FOMO now. Okay, don't get FOMO. Come every day so then you can take it. Look at this drop. And I when I was telling you that is making a lower highs and I'm net less concerned, I will tell you that why I'm saying is a lower it's my market is making lower low and I'm less concerned about it. Just give me 1 second. So here, if you look at it here, where's my pen? Where's my pen? Just give me 1 second. Here. So here, look at this. So if you look at it, this is the market opens, this is a high, this is a low, this is a high, this is a low, right? So this is a high, this is basically market bounce back up, is making a lower high, And when it make the lower low here, I was really know that it's making a new low is coming. So if I little bit zoom in properly, then you can see here the structure of this setup. Right now you're gonna see better when I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. So now you look at this. So is made the first high here, the high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Again, lower high, lower low, but it's extended right now. And if you look at it, this 30 minutes is right now in the support. The way on the May 18th high, exactly where that target was. So as we suggested, exactly like the plan, we're going to go short if this range is going to break, and we're going to go long if it's going to break up. So what happened today? Yes, because you can do the Tesla too. As I said, the Tesla is also coming down. It was a false breakout, and now it's closing the gap. So it trapped all the buyers, and now it is 343. So if you have shorted 352, you are the superstar for today. Welcome to the intraday trading. See, I always say, Vivek, I always say one thing. So in day trading, ideas doesn't matter, execution matters. Okay. I can have a lot of ideas, but if I'm get freeze while taking trades, don't stop out, don't take actions, we're gonna lose it. So what matters is that are you exactly look at and now look at the bounce now. Those who have chased is done. Those who have chased, they are done. No, but why? See why? If you recall my morning session where I started, what did I say to you? What did I say to you? All right, that's fine. So what we said is that the market is uptrending, market is a range bound, market is taking a breather. Okay. In this market, you're gonna find the one move, that's it, and it's highly possible that market go back into the ranges. And that's exactly happened. If you look at the 2 minutes, you can see that market is consolidated, came back down, moved back again in the range. So market is in the range. So when market is in the range, you don't expect the continuation moves, right? Market is uptrending and consolidating on the upper side. So if you're gonna see any uptrend moves, likely going to be on the upside, not on the downside. You see what I'm saying? So you need to always need to know the context. So if you don't know the context, then you're gonna chase those downside moves thinking about the trend day. But there is no trend day. There is no problem so far. There might be a profit taking coming in because we know the market is extended on the upside. But until it happens, how would we know? You wouldn't know. So guys, please vote. And if you think that we are doing a good job, we're helping you make money, this is the group you need to be part of it. Please consider supporting us, joining our community. The membership deals are on the membership. I have a plans, a lot of things to do, but I need your support. And I bet you that if you stick around, is this year is this community is just not about giving you the alerts. I'm gonna teach you and instill you in your brain. I ingrained you in your brain that the patience, staying focused, staying for your moves, staying on your plan. And you need time to program. And I will bet you that if you stick around, this year will be the year of your changing, right? 2025 is a year, then you're gonna say goodbye to the bad trades and good morning to the going to welcome the profitable trading. Because profitable trading is not that you press buttons every minute. Profitable trading is that take the moves, understand the market context where market it is, because market is changing, market is fluid. This is not the same market what we have in the April first week. This April was not the first week. Market was not what we seen in the last year. So market is fluid. You need someone to help you, not only guide you, but understanding, but also help you in executing, programming in execution is really important. So today is not the day to chase. If you missed it, that's okay. Missing is fine. It's a part of the life. Okay, you not get everything. In our past, we have missed best boyfriends, best girlfriends, best desires. That's okay. So move is just one thing. Market is going to open tomorrow. We're going to do the same thing, repetition again. But my advice is stay patient, stay on the track, and if you like it, join our community. We're going to grow. We have a whole ecosystem, just not giving you alerts, but rather teach you. Every Wednesday, we have a methodology classes. Every day, I go live, give you the recap. I post articles. We have books. So there's a complete ecosystem to master. And you do not need too many people telling you too many things. A lot of communities, they have a lot of people talking a lot of things, so your mind is always get confused. So one of the problem I had when I was learning is that what should I follow? In the same community I have five people who are teaching, right? The trader who are master, basically the lead trader, who doesn't have a good teaching experience, who doesn't teach that much, who just give, okay, I'm buying long, buy long, short, right? And it doesn't help you. And then other traders who teach you, but I don't even understand that the trading style was so complicated. So you always find the mentor which you think that help you teach, ingrain your experience, helping you improve, and that's the way only is about the day trading and execution. So please consider joining the membership deal and supporting us. Any question, right? Because it's at 10 o'clock, I have to step out. Basically, 10 o'clock, I have a commitment on Tuesdays. So I have to leave every Tuesdays. But before I hang up and go, do you guys have any questions? Any question, guys? Dan, David, today is the first day of David. So, David, do you have any question? Do you like it? Do you have any questions? Please reach out. I'm accessible on the messaging. If you have any question, you can also reach out to Gul is very kind enough to helping us out. So he's playing like a moderator role. So you can always reach out as a trusted person if I'm not available or I'm not here and you need something. Yeah, any questions, David? You can type in if you don't want to use the microphone. Dan, John, good, everything good. All right. Did you take do the short? I know you like shorting it. Yeah. All right. Good. Vivek, question, Voldemort, Taylor, Carolina. Perfect, Carolina. Say no questions. Thank you. All right. So we'll see you. So appreciate it. Check the membership deal and have any questions, come back. And really, I wanted you guys to see you in the next upcoming Wednesday session. So we are basically continuing the discussion on the identifying the shots setups, how to execute them, and where would be the perfect place, how to observe them. So this is a really timely topic because market is extended. The setup what I have taken, we're going to go into more detail into the tomorrow session and other short setups that how you can identify and enter into the right time. All right. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. See you tomorrow.